Hi everyone! So today I will be answering the most frequently asked questions that you guys have asked me, and I usually would see this question all over and over again on my YouTube comment box, Facebook, and that is a question of, did my hair stop growing because it has been in this length for how many months now? Or some of you have been telling me you have been waiting for months and you don't really see that your hair is growing. So in here I have listed in here the potential reasons why your hair stopped growing or the causes of why your hair is growing slow. So the first thing that you guys have to understand is, number one, our hair goes through phases. Now the first phase that our hair goes through is through the anagen phase, and then the catagen phase, and then the telogen phase, which I'm actually going to explain, and then the exogen phase. Now the anagen phase is where it's a growth stage, or it's a growth period of your hair. The catagen phase is the stage where, it's a transitional period of your hair. And the telogen phase, which I'm going to be expounding, is the resting phase, or to where your hair actually falls out. And then the exogen is the new hair phase. Now, okay, let me explain the telogen phase, because probably if your hair is not growing, or this could be the reason why. Now, telogen is a resting phase period, as I've said, that usually lasts about 1 to 4 months. This is a stage when your hair is released and falls out. And the follicle then remains inactive for 3 months or 4 months, and then the whole process is repeated. Now, each hair follicle is independent and goes through the growth cycle at different times. Because if our whole hair follicles go through the same cycle, we would be bald. Instead, you only shed a certain number of hairs per day, and that would be up to 50 or to 100 strands per day on a healthy head of hair. I think I could definitely relate to this, just because when I was trying to grow out my hair back then as well, I had this certain stage and period to where I just feel like my hair wasn't growing fast or anything, that it actually just stayed here for like a really long time, until I saw, like, after several months, I saw like the progress that my hair has been growing faster. So probably I was in that phase. I was just going through a cycle. So you guys, don't get frustrated or be impatient. Probably you are going through this cycle. Probably you're in the telogen stage. So be patient with it. Now the second one is genetics. Now some people can grow out their hair without any damage, with no complication, down to their feet, just like Rapunzel. That's because it's in their genes. While some people can only grow hair at a certain length. But here's the thing, according to Dr. James C. Morota, he's a plastic surgeon and he's a hair restoration specialist. He said that this does not mean that hair always stops growing once it reaches a specific length, but once a certain amount of time passed, the growth phase is largely determined by genetics and typically lasts between 2 to 6 years. So basically your genetics really plays a huge role as well. And number 3 is hormones. I actually mentioned this before. Now hormones has the ability to actually promote hair growth, and it also has the ability, once your hormones get imbalanced, it can make your hair fall out. You can have hair loss. And number 4 is diet and nutrition. Now this is probably one of the main factors as well in helping you grow healthy long hair. Now if you have a healthy body, everything in you is going to be healthy. Your hair is going to be healthy. It can be seen on your face, on your skin, on your nails. It's best to ask your nutritionist on concerning the vitamins and all the vitamins, the minerals that your body is lacking. Also regarding nutrition, if you are not into supplements, you can actually eat fruits and vegetables that are rich in vitamin A, vitamin D, vitamin E, vitamin C. Basically, the family of Bs, you definitely need them. They play a huge role in growing out your hair long and healthy. And also biotin. The thing with me though is I really like supplements, just because I know that I don't eat that much fruits and vegetables. Like, I don't consume a lot of them every single day. So that's why I take in vitamins. If you are following a specific diet, I'm not saying that you should stop it or anything, but to some of you, you actually messaged me like, you just noticed that your hair starts falling out. Now I actually found an article right here, and it says, hair loss, hair thinning, and problems with hair growth occurs when your hair growth cycle is disrupted. So it really goes back with a cycle again, with our hair cycle. This can be triggered by such conditions such as metabolic imbalance, illness, or improper nutrition. For instance, 6 weeks after restrictive dieting or a high fever, you can experience telogen effluvium. Correct me if I'm pronouncing that wrong. It's a diffuse hair fall. This usually occurs when your anagen phase is cut short and many hairs enter the telogen phase all at the same time. And if your hair growth cycle is constantly challenged or not supported, you may find that your hair won't grow as long as it used to be. This is because your hairs are never allowed to stay in the anagen or growing phase long enough for your hairs to reach the desired length.